back in segment number 2, episode number 13 of the Elevation on Fan Day Nation. Mark Jackson right here.
Yes.
Jeff Gersh right here, coaching legend.
Not number 13, Mark Jackson.
No.
Number 8.
Oh, he wore 12.
Danny Williams.
I'm Danny Williams.
Icon.
Legend might be strong. Folk hero.
Hey, can we just give Danny Williams a quick round of applause?
Let's do that.
All right. This week. 21 hours on a local juggernaut radio station. Yes. 5 days a week.
Yeah.
4 hours a day. Yeah, what was that? Was that the Lifetime Network you were on? What was that?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Hey, how did it feel? Tell me how your week went.
Okay, so I'll tell you this.
No one's asking
We've
you.
done big time radio together, the three of us, okay?
Yeah. 15 hours a week.
There's tiers of kind of companies that you work for. I mean, the company we work for was a really strong local brand.
Yeah.
But I had a chance to go make a little bit of jump and go do some work for
The A-League.
4-3 The Fan.
You call it the A-League?
Oh, for sure. It's something I kind of couldn't pass up, but I'll tell you, like, you guys helped me, we helped each other kind of. I'm doing this for all of us, to be honest.
My brothers.
Yeah.
This one's for Jeff.
Yeah, if it is, I listen, like, I
heard
swear.
you say that on the show, I think.
I swear, you guys, it's been good. It feels good when you have all of our old listeners hitting the text line. Man, it feels good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's never as good as it is with you guys. Okay, that's the best.
I like how you're saving your best stuff for us.
No, but what I'm
gave
saying,
21 hours and you're saving your best for us.
Right, man. Let's get on with
what I'm saying is, who knows where the next thing, this thing, episode 13, we thought maybe we did one pilot episode, and now we're cooking with it.
Yeah.
I love you guys. My brothers. We're living together right now. We're getting our lives together. Okay. The Denver Broncos training camp is just right around the corner. Training camp is right around the corner.
Close.
The next episode, Mark's going to give us a couple really cool training camp stories. The Broncos used to do training camp in Greeley all those years ago, and then they went to 58th and I-25, right there where there's like Coyote Motorsports. And so
Mark's scooting going on at the Grizzly?
Yeah, right there by the Grizzly. Mark's got some good training camp stuff for us. But as we're kind of leading up to that point, these aren't the dog days of podcasts or sports talk radio for us. There's always something to talk about. This market's a great one, okay? Top 17 market is Denver. Top 10 sports market we live in. The Broncos, we live and die with these guys, except for this Viking guy.
I love the Broncos.
Yeah, he can.
Let's go!
Yeah, and I love the Buffs.
Anyways, Mark, so
go Buffs.
As we're looking at the reconstructed Denver Broncos roster, youth movement, nice little free agency class, some compliments, no leverage, giant big deals. They ain't going to make a move for T. Higgins. They bring in Evan Ingram. They bring in JK Dobbins, flyer on him.
Yeah.
They bring in Drake Greenlaw, veteran leader, injured, coming back. How much does he have left? And then Hufunga.
We got to do like a haka.
It was kind of like, I think, a Moana. It's like, make way, make way.
Put your tongue out.
Yeah, and they go.
Anyways, Mark, as you see these Denver Broncos moving forward, there's the position groups, okay?
Yeah.
There's some questions to be answered. Some groups have been solidified, but when you look at the Denver Broncos, offense and defense as a whole, I want you to give me, we're going to you too, Jeff, strongest group, weakest group. Go.
Whoa. Wow.
No easy stuff around here. That's the tough question.
Weakest group. So strong.
You can just give me one or the other, and then we'll kind of come back to each other.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go with the safety. That defensive back room is
Man, you're right now.
amazing. It's stacked.
Yes.
It's stacked. Probably the best
And they drafted
safety duo in the league.
Yeah.
Possibly. With Brandon Jones. And we'll see.
Man, I love that you say that, because that's an unsung group. When you
They don't even
rate secondaries, Mark, you think like corners. I need a top flight corner and all that.
Yeah.
Safety position is undervalued, but when you have a great secondary and you're solidified with badass safeties, then you're dangerous.
Well, that added, I mean, who could be better than Patrick, Surtain? He's the defensive player of the year.
You got Great White Hype on the other side, Riley
Goss.
Yeah.
And then you draft Jahdae Barron, who's a first-class player already.
Right.
This guy looks like the truth.
Damari Mathis, who got,
look at you.
I have to give it to him. He got thrown into the fire.
Nice.
He had to get up in a starting position. He got fried. I think he had in one particular game. Was it the Chargers? 3-4 penalties, for 80 yards. That was kind of and then he was gone.
We have had the greatest secondaries, some of the greatest secondaries in the history of the National Football League. When you got the Ray Crockett's and the Dennis Smiths and the Atwaters and those guys different over
John Lynch.
John Lynch.
There's another guy named Bailey.
Look at Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey.
And then we have the no-fly zone. Damn, Mark. So if you know what you're talking about, and Broncos fans, Broncos country knows what they're talking about. We're talking about a great group right now, one of the best in the NFL, stacks up against maybe the Ravens, but how do they rank compared to the no-fly zone? How do we achieve that kind of greatness?
I think we are on the precipice. We'll see who stays healthy. We see how it all gels.
Who rises?
I think, when you look at a secondary, you have to have a good front as well.
Yeah.
And we have probably two of the best last year combined for, I think, 24 sacks between the two of them, Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito. So, I think we have a chance.
And I think, Mark, that's where I'm gonna see your defensive backfield, and I'm gonna raise you the front seven because we're playing poker right now. This ain't Texas. This ain't Hold'em. That ain't country. You girls surf. I'm going front seven. I think because
is the what?
Is the strongest point. And here's I think because Mark chose the defensive backfield and did so wisely, it makes your front seven that much better. Because
vice versa, or which way?
Well, the depth of your cornerbacks makes the quarterback have to hold the ball longer. You don't have to rush 5 if you can cover with 7.
Interesting.
And I think Pat Mahomes found that out on a Sunday.
Zach Allen is one of the best in the league.
You know what I mean? The Eagles rushed 4, and they did a cloud 4. They just guarded 4, and then they had quick dudes underneath. So I think with the ability to get these sacks already between Cooper and Bonito, now imagine how well they'll do when this defensive backfield is even more stacked.
Cooper,
let's go.
Zach Allen, and
says I don't like the Broncos.
Nick Bonito can save us. Those 3 guys, I mean, that's not Von. Hey, no one's Von Miller, okay? And Derek Wolfe was really special, and Malik Jackson was pretty special. But I'm feeling some kind of little poor man's version of these 3 guys. The complement, no-fly zone, you put the whole thing together. We're talking top 5 defense solidified. And then they say, what do they say about the football, Jeff? It's what? Shaped funny, and it bounces.
Takes weird bounce.
So then if they're turning the ball over, they stay healthy. They've been one of the healthiest teams in the NFL for the last 2 years since they got rid of Orlando. No disrespect. It's just the truth. And Sean Payton mentions it all the time. We're talking about a top potentially 3, 4, 5 defense in the league. If that's the case, then it gives the young offense and Bo Nix plenty of time to, maturate, get their act together, give chances at the run game till they can get it right. These are good problems to have.
Yeah.
These are good problems to have.
Is there some we missed? Is there a group we didn't say?
So let me give you mine. My best, strongest group?
Yeah.
My strongest group is probably, I'm probably going to go...
Part of me was thinking the pass catch.
I want to say something like offensive line. We're close. We're just not there yet. Because
if I say
defense
pass catchers, does that include tight end and then like a little Pierre Thomas type running back on the field?
We'll get to that. But
you know what I mean? Like when your running backs become pass catchers and we include them and you've got a better tight end, then it's not the wide receiver room. It's your it's your pass catchers.
We'll go there.
And I think they've gotten strong like a Sean.
It's not a room.
It's a part of the team. I don't know.
Well, neither is the defensive front.
Does the D-line hang with the linebackers? Because I gave all front 7.
They don't.
Okay, then as we're talking,
you're a rule breaker.
But I think there's cohesiveness in theory and thought as opposed to just labeling.
If you like the receiver group, that's kind of wild. Not wild in a bad way. I think Courtland Sutton is underrated, and Evan Ingram is essentially your wide receiver number 2 now. So as a whole, the group is pretty solid. Yeah, there's a lot of people, Jeff, if did this exercise, would say the wide receiver group is the weakest group of any group on the team.
Wow.
Why would they say that?
Wow. They're young.
That's why I said pass catchers, though. That's why I added that, because if I just wide receivers,
about the receiving group then specifically.
Big year for Mims, right?
Huge year.
Franklin.
Dropped a ton of balls. 28 catches for Franklin last year.
Vele made some big plays.
41 catches for Vele last year. Would have never thought. He was more consistent than you thought. Looks like the body type, like more of a possession guy.
A guy that they pick up for special teams play, Sherfield.
Yep.
Played with your Vikings.
Yeah, he's a nice player.
Played with the 49ers. Played with the Dolphins.
Sad to lose him.
Played with He's played with everybody. He's played on 5 different teams. Came into the league with Arizona.
Yeah.
But I've been watching some film on him. He's great slot player. He knows how to find the zone. What you're finding on this entire Bronco team is they all have a really high football IQ. And I think that's what's going to take. That's going to be absolutely.
Elway took risks, undersized guys, bad apples, projects. What is this group, Sean Payton and George Payton, taking? Team captains, leaders, more sure things.
Bo Nix, right, was trying to be
it's been the difference.
Trying to be the next Drew Brees. Drew Brees threw it to his running backs, and he threw it to his tight ends, and that's why, to me, pass catchers, I just like to include them all together because Sean Payton's offense makes you have to guard a lot of different guys that can catch the ball. And I'm looking forward to seeing these young running backs.
Yeah.
I want to see if JK Dobbins can catch. I know he's more
about that real quick. Let's extrapolate. Let's expand. I'm going to tell you my weakest group, position group, my runner-up is the linebacking group as a whole. And the reason I say that real quick is because Dre Greenlaw, if he hits, solidifies the group as a whole, team leader, team captain type of guy. But he's coming off a big injury. He's 29 years old as a linebacker. It's almost like a 60-40 proposition if he comes back to be the same type of player. But my weakest group is the running back group.
Oh, yeah.
JK Dobbins, though only still 27-ish years old, he's on the street, bro. This is a flyer. In 4 seasons, he's played in 2 seasons, where he's played 13 games and another maybe 11 or 12 games. He's had a no-game season and like an 8-game season. This guy's injured half the time. When he's on the field, he's dynamic. Went for 900 yards last year. Okay, went for 9 touchdowns, nose for the end zone, caught 30 balls. But if the Broncos are counting on JK Dobbins, that's part of the problem right away for a guy. Now we're counting on. We act like, we got this thing. It's a wrap now. He's here. He was on the street like 2 weeks ago. RJ Harvey went to UCF. He went for 22 touchdowns and 1,000,000 yards. This guy's like a phenom, but he's 5'7", nothing. I mean, like he's just a one guy. He's got his legs look like the Hulkster's 22-inch pythons, but after that, they got nothing to estimate in Jalil. If Dobbins gets hurt, which I think he will, I'd say the over-under on Vegas over-under total for him is 10.5 games. If he plays over 10 games, it's like, man, we got our money's worth. If he doesn't, which I don't think he will, then it's just like we'll take him. He'll take us as far as he can go, and then you got a 5'7" guy who can't pass protect in Harvey. That's a position we don't got solidified.
I'm a little higher on estimating in Jalil than you are.
Why?
But, I mean, they were able to hold it down last year. I don't think that was something that really hurt the Broncos last year.
Yeah.
Just the running back room.
Well, they won 10 games despite having a run game. Mark.
Well, yeah.
Does that mean anything to you? Or was that with living a life, fool's gold? You can't get away with that again? Tell me.
No,
as a receiver, what was it having that run game like?
Well, you think about that. I mean, that adds to the whole idea that maybe the offensive line room could be one of the strongest points of the team.
It is
because they did hold it down last year.
Absolutely. You're saying it's one of the strongest. Because it's no way the offensive line is one of the weakest, right?
Oh, no, they're top. And they're top 10 in the league.
Yeah.
Top 10 in the league.
I think the injury in what you said is absolutely true in that linebacker room. Inside linebacker room, because Singleton's got hurt last
He's got
year.
the heart of a lion, don't get me wrong, but you need some talent guys, sideline to sideline guys, too.
I got something on my mind that's kind of bothering me.
What's in that big head of yours?
Thank you.
Lay it on me, Stream Bean.
Size XL. That kick against the Chiefs last year can't happen again. So special teams to me, I think, is just and guess what that is? That's a good problem to have. When we're talking about your special teams needs to be better, that's like a well-built Sean Payton.
Grabbing his straws.
It's a well-built Sean.
You know what the best part of?
No, it's that everything else I went through in my head. Yeah, it was like, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. But let's say you don't kick that into the left guard's back, and you just beat the Chiefs straight up, and then you beat them again. Then you can say we swept they asses.
That's learning stuff, though.
No, I'm saying
a bunch of young
moving forward. Yeah,
okay.
You said that the running back room needs help. The special teams room, that cannot happen. Those kind of mishaps do not happen with championship teams.
Okay. Let's talk about the receiving group for just a minute or two, and then we'll go to break.
The pass catchers or just the receiving group?
No, the receiving group as a whole, because, tell me if I'm wrong here, we haven't mentioned Courtland Sutton one time. He's a controversial dude. He doesn't seem to be good enough for anybody here in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was super productive. 1,000 yards, over 80 catches, 8 touchdowns last year, big plays, and he's been productive. He's had 2 or 3 seasons like that.
Got a little Michael Porter Jr. in him.
Oh, God, I was about to say.
No way.
I feel it.
Not the
attitude.
Go with it. You go with
that. I can't
You
believe
go with
Hey,
it.
well, listen. What do you guys mean by that?
Simpatico.
What do you mean by that?
It's the consistency. Yeah, he makes a one-handed grab, falling over backwards into the end zone with 3 seconds, but then he, curl route on a 3rd and 8, and you need the first down. We don't need the first down. I'm like,
I'm tired of sticking up for Courtland.
and I need another raise.
Do you stick up
every
for
year.
him or no?
Has he gone back in like every year? Has he gone 2 years without asking for a raise?
Bro, look
And
at
that
the
should be-
production.
I don't want to get his
dollars being spent around the league. He's had to play with Drew Lock and Joe Flacco and Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater, a bunch of freaking bombs. You guys are tripping because Courtland Sutton's been very productive and a pro since day one. I don't know another receiver has been as productive with a different quarterback coordinators every single year. He's a low-end wide receiver 1. He's probably a badass wide receiver 2 on a team. But the reality is, if without this guy, we have big problems. With this guy, you let Mims be a gimmicky specialist, poor man's Debo. You let Vele catch 50 or 60 balls as a possession guy. Franklin or Pat Bryant, one of those guys steps up and emerges, and then you're tied in Evan Ingram 2 years ago. Had 114 freaking catches in the season. Last year was hurt for half the season. When he did play, 5 or 6 catches a game, 50 or 60 yards, and a touchdown every 2.5 games. Production. Straight production.
Hey, we went with the hero comp, right?
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. and I was heroic, but I got kind of like the villain comp is how they treat him like that. But the hero he seems to me like a Todd Helton, where he's willing to stay in a room that he doesn't want to be in or stay on a team that he doesn't want to be on because he likes it here.
Okay.
Because he's productive. You know what I mean? Helton could have left 5 times. Do you think Sutton could have left and gotten money elsewhere? That's, I guess.
I think they were between shopping him and shopping who's the Alabama kid came back and crushed us.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
Praise the
So yeah, I mean, man, that's tough. That's tough, Daddy. I like your take. I like your defense.
Well, we went with the Michael Porter Jr. to make him seem like he's not giving a
compliment and a diss at the same time, though.
The consistency and it just seemed like it's always a headline to me.
It's
that I need more money. Yeah, I need more money.
I think what happens is when you're a wide receiver in the NFL from the 80s and 90s, and you made some decent money for its time, and then you see Courtland Sutton making $17, $18, $19 million. It's hard to live with yourself, and you are a hater.
Haterade. I'm making that haterade right now.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
Speaking of drinking, what's that on your drinking arm there?
Yeah.
It's I got my Nico stuff. Hey, been getting a lot of compliments on my Nico stuff. This is like guys.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
This is guys kind of jewelry stuff. If you need it, they got all the ladies' jewelry for days, for any occasion, the graduations, the birthdays, the Christmases, all that kind of stuff. Mitzvahs. Talk about your stuff and talk about
you guys, I got a banging story. So we were fishing Lake Superior, the big lake.
Nice, the big one.
Just pulling fat walleyes out in every picture. I'm just smiling like this, holding a fish, right? And just that Nico's is in it. I don't even got to be on a date with my wife or nothing. I don't got to be out on the town looking great. I was looking grubby, but I had a fat walleye, and that Nico's just going bling in the back.
Looked like an Abercrombie ad.
I was like, damn, why am I wearing a shirt right now?
Looked like Ansel Adams with the background, but he has blinged out by, brought to you by Nico. Yeah, go check Nico's out.
Yeah, NicoStones.com.
Nico Suave.
Okay, let's set up a break here. We're going to come back. One final segment of a show that's flying by. We've got a lot in here. That was
another banger.
Really good Broncos stuff. Our Nugget stuff was good. We're going to try to get the rest of everything we need to get in the sports world on the other side. It's the Elevation on Fan Day Nation.